Hola, party people. What's crack-a-lackin'? Ooh, it's me. Um, Intriguingly, my game cannot be found. There it is. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day so far. I guess we can pop on over to Facecam to say our hellos. Hey, what's that? That's not supposed to be here. Alright. Let's see our highs. Let's go ahead and see here. Onion, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. It's good to see you. Congrats on being the first to arrive as well. Queen, it's good to see you too. Welfina, welcome in. Sapling, thank you for the bless RNG, and I hope you're doing well today, Sapling. Ninka, it's great to see you. Welcome in. Coco, hello. Hello, Coco. You didn't have your typical entrance. I'm surprised. Gonna lurk if that's okay, Ray. It's perfectly fine for you to lurk. Don't worry about that. If you want to just lurk, then you can just lurk. Hey, Volcanic, welcome in. Ducky, hi. No problem, Stunted Wolf. If you just want to lurk, that's no issue at all. It's good to see you, Ducky. I hope you're doing well. All right, are we ready to play? Let's do a little playing, huh? All right, let me pop on over to Stardew. Oh, Katharina, welcome in. Good to see ya. Let me scooch slightly here. I think my ring light is losing power. It's like not as strong as it used to be. Like, I don't feel like I'm as bright as I normally am. I do have my window open, so that might be part of it. Earlier stream today. No, this is normal. It's very typical for me, Thursdays and Tuesdays, to start around 4:30 my time. Basically, I get home from work around 4, and I take a half hour to chill out and get stream ready. Hey, Cops, how are you doing? Welcome in. It has been a minute, hasn't it? Right now, we're working on a variety of things. I've been really kind of focusing hard on, I guess we're doing Skull Cavern Invasion right now, on the Beach Forge, so like the Rainbow Shell there. We've done a pretty good job getting those mostly done. We actually finished Hollies. I still need to fix that. That needs to go on my to-do list. We also found a very reliable way to get T-sets. So I'm very excited about that. I've been kind of ignoring bat wings lately. That's not a big deal, though. We'll get there. Favorite horse hat? I was pretty partial to the radioactive goggles, but I have to say the earmuffs are pretty cute, too. We changed clock a few days ago. Oh, okay. So what would have been 3:30 for me. Oh, did we change clock here? That's this weekend, I think, for us. I think it's this weekend. It's the last time we're changing. Maybe? Maybe they killed that. Oh, wait. I'm just now remembering. I think we might be changing again. Oh, no. Please tell me they didn't change that. I'll have to look this up now. Okay, it is this Sunday that it's changing. Okay, I don't have time to look this up right now. Someone told me, I think, that they actually reversed the decision on that. I might be wrong, though. That might be something else I'm thinking of. I hope it is, because I'd be very happy to not have to deal with that for the rest of my life. Alright, anyways. I think what I want to do is take all the slime and turn it into our slime incubators. Yes, yep, I'm aware of that, Stunted Wolf. A very good choice by them. Mostly. Did you see the slime just evaporate? That's so funny to me. It takes so much slime. 64, all that slime just disappeared. It just takes so much. We're up to 200 though. I'm pretty sure that that's the last of the slime I need. Hold on, I kind of want to check this. I'm trying to think what else I need slime for, and I think that's it. I think once we're done with this, that's all the slime I need. Let me go ahead and pull this up really quickly so I can look with all of you as well. Other computer. Oh yeah, I remember that now. Did I get that set up? That's kind of cool. That one done. Let's put it over my Stardew and turn it on. Perfect. Alright. So if we head on over, it's actually going to be easier if we go here and just look at slime. So Wiki does a really cool thing here where it just says everything that's made of slime. So yeah, we're done with Monster Musk. We're done with Wild Bait. We're done with slime incubators. We're done with oil makers. Well, we're not done with slime incubators, but we're working on them. So yeah, I think we're actually getting kind of close. It's ridiculous that it takes 100 stacks of slime, but we're down to 80 stacks of slime. So that's something at least. Yeah, we need 181,000 stacks of slime. But we're starting off pretty strong. You go here. Slum. Yeah, some clocks are automatically changing and some are not. Yep. Best slime item. I still will collect slime because I need it for slime eggs. Sort of. I will probably get those in time, but it'll be better to not have to do that. And additionally, Monster Musk, the need for Monster Musk is not going to go away. Ever. At some point I'll have so much of it that it won't particularly matter, but... Alright, let me see this poll here. I like how Slime Incubator doesn't have any votes. I'd agree. Onion, learn how to spell Monster Musk. I didn't even know it was required for the Cork Bobber. I know hardwood is also required for that. That's the really limiting factor, but you can also just buy the Cork Bobber. Shut up. Whenever I'm making fun of someone for spelling, you have to know it's in jest, right? Because it's like, it's not like I'm good at it. Hey, Steppy Squiggles, welcome in. Usually just lurk. I had a question about the challenge. Do you need a stack of every fresh recipe? I do not. So one of the rules that I added was that the item has to be permanent, and the fresh items disappear at the end of the quest. So basically, any items that disappear are not needed for this challenge, because I want to be able to have them at the very end of the challenge and say, here's all the items, and then you can sleep 1,000 years and still have all those items. Nope, Stunted Wolf, we don't need the Q fruit or Q beans. However, we do need a particular product that does not disappear somehow. Q fruit jelly and Q fruit wine. We're done with both of them, but they do not disappear. So I do actually need those. Yeah, certain quest items disappear. Most quest items disappear. I think it's the intention that all quest items disappear, but some of them are sticklers, we'll say. Enjoy your lurk, Wolfina. Ooh, that is a free rainbow shell. Yes, please. I'm kind of glad they don't. stunted wolf. They're not too bad, and it's kind of nice to actually have fish I need to catch. Don't ever let me say that again. Let's consume sap until it's done. I think chat's going to consume sap until I'm done, regardless of whatever I choose. Beginning to hate the wilderness golem. I sense someone is attempting to farm for the living hat. I would not recommend using the wilderness golem. It's so much faster just to break weeds. You can have the wilderness golem just to have a little bit of extra, but I wouldn't like expect it when you kill it that you're gonna get the living hat. It's just a nice little bonus to try and get a little faster. Dead hat win. You know, that's a good question. Maybe there should be a version of the living hat. Maybe you need a living hat to make it. You just put a living hat in the furnace and it becomes a dead hat. Be kind of cool if the living hat like turned fall colors during the fall or something. That would make people actually want it because it has that cool extra benefit. And then, like with sticks in the winter. That would kind of make it living too, right? Because it changes with the seasons. Kind of like how living trees do. So it's like flowering in the spring, it's normal in the summer, it's fall colored in the fall, and it's like sticks in the winter. Okay, someone get on that mod, because I like that idea a lot. Hey Peyton, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. It's good to see ya. Oh yeah, Stunted Wolf, that was Wand of Sparking. I saw that video. Alright, let's go ahead and mark down this tragic outcome of Omni Geodes horribly losing, but we can't just mark down our victories. That will throw off the count. Diamonds, 132. Gold bars, 131. And Omni Geodes, 121. Ooh, at 22%. That is lower than normal. Oh, yep, Yarn, you got it. Welcome in, Yarn. I feel like I haven't been you in a while. You haven't seen you in a while. Yep, it's good to see you. Maybe since July, yeah. Hope you're doing well. It is a Snow Patrol reference as well. Yep. Yeah, I was gonna do a Gamba. I'm kind of glad I didn't, honestly. Coco started a new farm and got the living hat on day 6. Yep. Yeah, the thing about random chances, some people get it really early and some people never get it at all. Alright, I think we need to clear this area out. I think what we're going to do, and no one let me forget this, these are going to Clint's. I have a chest in there already that doesn't get destroyed, but I just need to... I just need to put these somewhere else. They're taking up too much room in the chest. And why not put them in the place where I'm going to use them next? Alright. Boom, 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 boom. Don't let me forget those are there. How rare is the owl statue? If you have a clear farm, it's pretty common, to be honest with you. Where did this come from? Oh, these are new! That's right, we just got the bullhead. Alright, so large melts are done. So let's remove all that. Let's make sure we have, yeah, we have a stack of that. We have a stack of that. So all of this is just extra. I'm probably just going to throw it away. Let me actually throw it in, some of it in this bin. Just put a stack in there, and we'll toss the rest. $330. Nice. We've had 3 owl statues so far. I think there's a limit of about a year and a half or maybe 2 years between them. So you cannot get them like day after day. There's like a cooldown basically before you can get another one. I can't remember the exact number of it though. That's really like usually you'll probably, if your farm has room, you'll pretty much get it as soon as the cooldown's up every single time. My farm does not have room, so I haven't been getting them for a while. But I shouldn't need to worry about it too much. I'm thinking, actually, with my new T-set revelations, I'm pretty sure the owl statue will be the last thing I finish on this farm. Luckily, that one, I can just sleep. I just have to wait for the hoot hoot and then sleep every single day for a long time. Good evening, Johnny. Welcome in, welcome in. You're doing all right? Overly tired? Yeah, I've been kind of tired lately, too. I'm feeling pretty good, though. T-set revelation? Oh, yes. Blade and I had a discussion. It was on stream. It was a while ago, though. Like last week or something like that. And we found out we can get the T-sets actually relatively regularly. Basically, now I can know if I'm going to get a T-set or not and exactly what tile the villager has to be on for me to get the T-set. It was like 2 weeks ago. Man, time flies. What do we have to do while sleeping every day? My guess is we're just going to talk about things. I'll find something to talk about. Sleeping for 2 years. Let's see here. Sorry, sleeping for 2,000 years. 2,000 times 112 times... How many seconds are in a day? Oh, it's like 5 seconds a day. Alright, divided by 60. Divided by 60. 311 hours. On average. In the year 2000. Oh my gosh, it's Wickedy! Welcome in, Wickedy. I hope you're doing well today. For those of you who don't know Wickedy Chickadee, Wickedy Chickadee is an awesome YouTuber over on the tubes. Does a lot of really chill Stardew content, and you should go check her out if you get the chance. And by that I mean like right now, since Onion so helpfully posted the subscribe link there. Alright, let's, it's Tuesday. I don't think I need to do anything else today. We got Skull Cavern Invasion to take care of. Howdy dowdy. How are you doing, Wickedy? Wickedy just recently made an awesome Haunted Maze video that you should go check out. It was very entertaining. A lot of your favorite Stardew Valley creators getting lost in a maze of horrors. Horrors. I really gotta pronounce that second syllable there. It really has a different meaning otherwise. Horrors. Yeah, that maze looked like a blast. Oh, let's keep moving here. Okay. I am not warmed up right now, so if I die, it's not my fault. That's what I'm going to tell myself. Hey Emma, welcome in. Enjoy your lurk. Dang it, got slimed. Let's just get rid of that. I think I'm going to be mostly focused on Q gems today and galaxy souls if I see them. Come on. Doesn't look like there's anything on this floor worth snagging, so let's continue on down. Whoop. We would like no fiddleheads, dang. Hey, Tog. Tog BD, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Welcome in. We're doing a little, what we call the 999 challenge here, where we're collecting 999 of every stackable item in the game. Ooh, random itch. Glad the stacks are still stacking. Not 999, but I'm trying to finish finding all 900 Korak seeds in Zelda. They probably should have made that 999, right? What's 99 more? Are you trying to do it without a guide, Yarn? Either way, it's a massive time-consuming thing, I'm sure. I have not played Breath of the Wild, but I feel like I've seen so many videos on it that I know most of the game at this point. Ah, awesome. The hardwood chest? Yes, Shawnee made... That was a great video that Shawnee made. I'm glad that you enjoyed it, and I'm glad you came by to see everything in action here. Hey, Ocilia. I hope I'm saying that right. Alicia, maybe? Alicia? Hope you're having a good day today. Welcome in. I did for the first half, but it's been 3 years since I loaded the game, so you're using a guide now. Okay, well, that's cool that you got back into it. It's really fun to jump back into an old challenge you were doing. I've done that a few times with this particular challenge, where I've taken like a 6-month break. Did Breath of the Wild have any DLC? I think it did, didn't it? Z's video on what, Queen? Oh, thank you, CPA. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, we're doing some Stardewing today. Trying to collect 999 of every stackable item in the game. Hope you're doing well today. It's good to see you. Dang it, didn't drop. Oh, it wasn't a monster floor. I don't know why I thought it was. Oh, let's go back to the top here. No worth in going down past them. Aw, CPA, thank you so much for the follow. I'm glad you didn't like my name so much you decided to stick around. Yes, I very much enjoy my name too. I'm glad that that particular pun was available when I made my username. Eating a sack of sap would cost 2,000 energy. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. I have to say my wit is sorely lacking on Twitch. Name is just a name. It doesn't have to be a pun. Nothing's wrong with yours. Ooh. Bok choy. Just what the doctor ordered. Oops. Come on now. It's a good plant in Plants vs. Zombies 2. I've never played it, but I do like tower defense games, so I probably would enjoy that game. I had a strong aversion to mobile games, which I think I still kind of have, where I just like don't really play them anymore. Stick to the first one. Yeah, I don't think I will play it. I haven't like played a game on my phone in a long time, probably since like Pokemon Go, I would guess. I played quite a bit of Pokemon Go, though. I do play Balloons Tower Defense 6, but not on my phone. Hey, we actually got some radioactive ore today. Dying. Hey, Slothy, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. I haven't touched a proper PC mobile game since the late 2000s. Ooh, interesting. Like a game at all, Tog? Or just like one that was cross-platform between the two? How do you get mods for a game on your computer? I mean, on your phone? Or is it also a computer game? Surprisingly good gameplay? That's good to hear. Stardew does take up a lot of my time as it stands right now. Although I have also been playing Minecraft as of late due to our new server. Speaking of usernames, I've been thinking of changing mine because I didn't realize E. coli was a bacteria when I made it. But I don't know what I would change it to. Yeah, I certainly... Maybe I'm just dumb, but I did not make the connection, so perhaps... I don't know. I've only read your name as Coco before. I don't think I even thought about the second half. Let's see here. The original... Come on, that's... Plants vs. Zombies and Angry Birds were so fun. Oh, I did play a lot of Angry Birds. I remember that now. Maybe not a lot, but some. The one I did not play was Flappy Bird, and I feel better for that, I think. That wasn't really my type of game, though. I don't really like platformers, and I feel like that's kind of what Flappy Bird was. Alright, getting ready for a job interview at the airport. Oh, congratulations, Slothy. Well, good luck for that. I'm sure you're going to do great, though. Would you be willing to talk more about it? Like, what kind of job at the airport would it be? I think about E. coli a lot, but it's never brought up, funnily enough. Oh, dang it. I just missed that. Hey, in Barloni, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. It's good to see you. Oh, I'm gonna need to get my hands a second of a break here. Currently waiting for 3.2 Genshin update. Empire. What? Update, and then I'll have a week straight on it before my next game phase. Yeah, there's a reason I did not play Genshin. I had a feeling that that's exactly what it was going to do to me and Queen. I knew I was going to get addicted to it, so I'm just like, you know what? It's a really fun looking game, but I don't need that, so I just never picked it up. I bet I would really enjoy it. I know it's not good for me to play that kind of game. I was panning for the fossilized tail, and in one panning spot, I got the tail, a diamond, and a lucky ring. Yeah, sometimes the panning's nice to you. Most of the time it's not, but sometimes it's nice to you. It's just traffic control. I get to help people in the right place at the right time, whether it's immigration boarding, check-in. Oh, that's really cool, Slothy. Sounds like you're excited for it, so that's really sweet. It's always good to get a job that's, like, you know, enjoyable. Not many people can claim that. Or that you enjoy, it might be the better way to put it. What are we getting right now? Right now we're doing Skull Cavern Invasion, so I'm looking a lot for Q gems. Which, hold on, God, I think I think we had Skull Cavern Invasion last week, and I think we had like 50 when we started that quest. So you get a ton from the mines here. We're getting a bunch of slime and bat wings as well. plenty of other little things too, if we happen to see them. Galaxy souls can pretty commonly show up in these slimes. I say pretty commonly, but sometimes you won't see them at all, and sometimes you'll get a whole bunch of them. It seems kind of inconsistent. Think you're gonna do a similar ring setup to me, but you're gonna swap out? Yeah, I could swap out for better efficiency. Like, technically I should have my luck rings on when I'm going down in these ladders here, because better chance of a treasure floor. But I'm just too lazy to swap them out. The difference it's gonna make will not be significant enough for the time save. It's gonna waste more time than it'll probably save in the long run. And we still do get treasure chests occasionally. I got addicted to Genshin, but I ran out of space for it around 2.7. Honestly, I'm glad, because it was way too much for your mental health. Yeah. Yeah. I think I've gotten to the age when I can tell when something's going to be bad for me. And that was pretty obvious to me with Genshin. I just looked at it and I was like, yeah, that's not something I'm going to want to do to myself. Hey, Duckable, welcome in. Welcome in. I'm doing pretty well. I'm actually feeling pretty happy today. I mean, actually, I've been pretty well off for a while now, I think. But today especially, I'm feeling pretty good, I think. I have a long weekend coming up. I'm going to Yumicon this weekend, which I'm very excited about. It's going to be a blast, going with some friends. Just generally, I think this week's going to be pretty good. Okay. Hey, Village Genius, welcome in. What is your main ring build? I do have... Oh, Stunted Wolf took care of it for me. Yeah. It's, generally, I want... This ring is for killing monsters. So this is a Burglar ring and Savage ring, so speed boost and extra drops for monsters. And this is a Luck ring Iridium band. And then right here I have another Luck ring Iridium band for when I just want that extra luck. How was actual Halloween spent? I didn't do anything on Halloween, and I was happy for it, honestly. I felt pretty good to just sit around and have some chill time. I played Minecraft on the server. Oh, Halloween at school? My school is a private school, and they don't allow people to dress up for Halloween, which I think is a mistake. I think they should have the one day. The students went out and had their own fun, though, after school. Which gives better speed over time? Well, I can get the Java ring from other places, the coffee from other places, Stunted Wolf, so the Java ring does nothing for me. There's, like, I can just buy coffee. Dang, private school? Yeah, I work in a private school. Honestly, they're very close to a public school. They do a lot of, like, most sports matches are against public schools. Like, as far as I could tell so far, having worked there for a while, it's very similar to a public school in, like, how the kids act and everything. Like, it's not significantly different. The parents just pay a little bit more, I guess. There are differences. I shouldn't act like there aren't, but... You lost your job at the keyboard factory yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Slothy. Well, I'm glad you have another interview lined up right away. Yeah, I agree, Stunted Wolf. It depends. I think Java Ring is good early on before you have like an established way to make enough money to buy a bunch of coffee. Because you don't have to wear it all the time either. Like, you can just wear it until you have enough coffee and then take it off and then put it on again if you need more coffee. Public school teachers aren't cool. aren't cool streamers. I know of several very cool public school teachers. I don't know if they're streamers or not, though. I don't know if I know anyone who streams and is also a public school teacher. I'm sure they exist, though. Wait, did I miss it? Oh my gosh. I totally missed the joke. Oh my goodness. Well, you got one over on me, Slothy. Good job. I will say, and this goes for other streamers as well, it's extremely hard when you're streaming to detect jokes and sarcasm. It is, like, beyond harder than what you think. I've stopped using sarcasm in other people's streams without making it, like, abundantly clear because of that. Well, because once I started streaming, I realized how hard it is to notice it. The hot Java ring will have enemies drop coffee occasionally, Coco. Blade is definitely a college professor. Wait, I actually don't know if he actually is. Chunky, welcome in. Welcome in, Chunky. It's good to see you. You're doing well today. Okay, I have to stop going deeper soon because we can't hit floor 100. That would be bad. So at 99 here, we're going to have to leave. Alright, let's just go now before I accidentally go to 100. Oh yeah, Blade teaches Stardew University. I was going to say, I think I would have known if Blade was actually a professor. Yes. Blade knows everything there is to know about this game, pretty much. So, yes, I guess Blade is a professor. So, drop you off. Purple mushrooms. I'll put this away first. Put this away next. Seed maker. Bomb. And we're good. Oh, we didn't make it in. It was so close. The quest would end, yeah. Yeah, Stunted Wolf's got my back. Yes, I want the quest for the whole week. Also, just thank you all again for 2,000 followers. That's so awesome. We hit it, I think around Friday last week. And it's really cool to have this level of growth and everyone just wanted to chill out and watch on what the heck? I went to the beach? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I get so distracted. Just want to watch me and chill out and play Stardew. And it's really cool to have all of you here to do that with. Can we do an Omni Gamba? We can do an Omni Gamba. Onion, can we do an Omni Gamba? Alright, everyone. If you are interested in participating in an Omni Gamba, please vote now on your phones. Are we going to get more Omni Geodes than anything else from the Statues of Endless Fortune? You have a bit to vote here. We're going to go through that first 100 or so statues. And when we do so, you should get a sort of idea of the first bit of the total. However, I will say we have over 500 statues now, so it doesn't give as good of a picture as it used to. It looks like Omnis are actually in the lead, but it's a pretty close race overall. And I will specify that Omnis, on average, have about a 1 in 4 chance of winning. It's slightly less than 1 in 4, but it's about 1 in 4. I will say, though, they are starting ahead this time, which is atypical. The richest man, the richest person alive is who's ever in the casino taking the money for the Statues of Endless Fortune. Yeah. Yes, I have given that man over 530 million. Which, that's quite a lot, isn't it? Alright. We're up to 39 seaweed from just these ponds here. It is going up pretty quick. That's good to see. going up faster than the row is, that's for sure. Although not that much faster. Yeah, he's gonna get 1 billion. I'll buy one more just so I give him 1 billion overall. I think that'll be fun. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself after that. We'll have all the money we need. We won't need to make money anymore. Like, passively, a little bit. I think, like, the golden eggs will be enough, though. We can just sell them as we get them. That's such a weird feeling to have. Still not even Jeff Bezos level. Yeah. I don't know. I'd be pretty happy with $1 billion. Or, actually, statistically, I would not actually be happy with $1 billion. Most people who win that much, or, well, I don't think anyone's won that much before, but win that much in the lottery do not do so well afterwards. Egg. Egg. If I was a shady guy in the casino, I'd be happy with $1 billion. Yeah, I mean, I suppose we don't know how he's getting the statues in the first place. There might be some nefarious dealings going on in the background that we're unaware of. Maybe we should not root for this man so much. I don't know how you would acquire one of these statues to begin with, though. Egg. Egg, egg, g. Vote now on your phones. If you were curious, that was the poll that Onion just posted. I was not just randomly making sounds. Although, to be fair, that would not be out of character for me. I did vote on my phone. Frazzle! Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. It's good to see you. How is the server? Are you taking care of it, or are you still at work? I have a feeling that there are several of you passively watching me and also playing Minecraft at the same time, which is kind of what I was hoping for, so I hope that's the case. Hey. Ayo, Omni's got the lead, but for how long? No Omni's left. But Omni's did win. Good job, Omni's. Playing Stardew, yes. Yeah, it was very common for me before I was a streamer, where I would watch people stream and play Stardew at the same time. That was like my whole jam. Like this, I would say about probably like 40% of this challenge before I started streaming, I was like watching like Haboo or Piano or Chord while also streaming this. That was about all I watched back then, though. I only watched, now I watch like everyone who plays Stardew, which is so cool. I didn't know that other people, I didn't even conceive that other people were playing Stardew at the time. I like try to remember back, because like I never even thought to look for other awesome people playing Stardew. Who knew there was such a big world out there? Poggy Woggy Oggy Doggy. Oh, Omni's won, by the way. Onion, did you complete the It doesn't actually tell me if it's been completed or not. Hey, Witch, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. I started streaming and it was all downhill here. Onion might have had to run really quickly. I will choose the victor here. Omni's won. Okay. And then I think we're actually going to run to the island real quick today. We'll just do a quick sweep here and then head on over to I think I should be taking the horse whenever I do this from now on. Let's go. I assume that was in based on the revelation that Omni's won there, Sapling. Omnis are cool sometimes. I realized I forgot to record that victory. Which is probably not good, because that's going to throw off the samples. But I put everything away. There's no way I can remember what everything was now. Hey, Gender, welcome in. It's great to see you. Hope you're doing well today. Dang, I actually think I need to harvest that stuff pretty soon. The starfruit. I could do it today, but then I lose a whole day of Skull Cavern Invasion, which I don't want to do. I'm good. My friends just left, so my social battery is drained. No problem, no problem. Welcome in. You're welcome to chill out here. You don't have to socialize at all if you don't want to. Mike? What? What are you talking about, Onion? I'd be much too lazy to harvest those every 13 days. I think it's less for me because of the deluxe speed grow. Onion, no, don't gaslight yourself. I would love to see this challenge in Expanded. I believe Frazzle is doing this challenge with Expanded and a few other mods as well. Alright, where are we going? Oh yeah. Expanded and Artisan Valley, yes. The two mods that probably add the most to this challenge. Honestly, that might not be that far off. I'll get back to it when I'm not Minecraft addicted. I'm sorry that I have created both of your addictions, Frazzle. I apologize for that. I think Artisan Valley is a mod that adds a bunch of artisan goods, but Frazzle could probably say more. Because I've never played with it personally. Really want to join the server, but I can't find the time. Yeah, no problem. It's meant to be like a chill thing, you know? You just go on and play, have some fun. You don't have to like commit to anything. Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. It just adds so many artisan goods. That's the one that adds like all the candles, right? Or essential oils, maybe? I'm sorry, we're both to blame, Frazzle. That was the same floor. That threw me off. Pomegranates. Sorry, not sorry. Emily probably loves essential oils. That was my thought. I was like, oh, it's candles and essential oils. Fruit juice and soap. Gosh, does Emily love all of those? Except for maybe fruit juice. Oh my gosh, it's Jess. How is it going, Jess? I hope you're having a wonderful day so far today. Good morrow to you as well. Oh, thank you, Onion. For those who don't know Jess is a wonderful Stardew Valley speedrunner and streamer. And if you are interested in having a good time, I suggest you go give her a follow. Uh-oh. We were missing someone, weren't we? The whole party's here now. We'll grab our good friend Sneakers to come chill out with us. Alright, Sneakers. Say hi to everyone. Alright. Stay here, bud. There we go. And let's gather up these bats and show them the meaning of the word pain. That's probably not the nicest way to put that, huh? Ooh, there's a barker out here, huh? Oh, thank you, Johnny. I'll go ahead and write that down. 129 iridium, 123 gold. Let's see. $133 diamonds and 143 omnis. Alright, thank you so much, Johnny. That's awesome. Who's a valiant son? Oh, who's valiant son? I feel like that was not the tune you were going for there, Wickedy. I'm sorry. I think I just completely ruined that. Sorry. Thank you, Johnny. Ooh, my poor hands. I am doing well, thank you as well, Jessa. Who has a soap obsession? You missed the Omni Gamba. We'll have another one soon. I'm sure of it. Hey, Cat. You never have to apologize about being late, Cat. It's just good. It's just good to have you here. I was having too much fun watching Habu struggle. I'm sad I have to miss all of Habu now because I pretty much stream. Well, I mean, Wednesdays, Mondays, and Fridays that Habu streams on. I can see at least. I'm guessing the struggle is going well, though. I'll just watch it when he uploads it to YouTube in the entirety, I'm sure. Struggle has been top tier, as always. Yeah, I would not want to do a blindfolded run. That is not within my skill set. I am not what you would call a memorizer. I don't know if that's a real thing, but I'm really bad at memorizing things. Don't your bats have 4 wings, Sapling? Oh no, that's Wolf, sorry. My bats have 4 wings. Kind of want to try, but it would be horrible. It would certainly be a mess, wouldn't it? I love how you say sap and Despire? Sorry, Gender, I couldn't parse that one. Sap. Sap. Everyone's waiting for the sap to come off cooldown. I should mess around and change the cooldown every so often. Disappear. Oh, did someone pop in and say, sap? It's a sap party. We're almost to 999, which is, I think, what the ultimate goal is here. Unless you're chunky, then it's 420.69. How many subs did I say I'd give? 50 for you, chunky? I gotta remember that so you don't try to cheat me out of it later. And say I said like 100 or something. Alright. $300 million gifted subs. I think I'd have a little trouble forwarding that. Let me lose my 2 energy. Excuse me? Game? That's not supposed to happen. Okay. I forgot why that glitch happens. $9.69. I mean, Wolf won the battle, but I don't think Wolf won the war. There's a chest. Game's rigged. Is no one going to do the next sap? Or are we going to be stuck at 9.69 forever? There we go. Sap has a long cooldown. It's intentionally so. It's not allowed. Is it borked? No, I don't think it's borked. I think it's all about timing, as Tog demonstrated. Look at that nice round number of 970. Is there no more perfect number than 970? Oh, we already hit 40, huh? Back to the top. Dang it. 29 more. Keep counting. You're not you when you're hungry. Grab a Sneakers. Alright, let's continue on down here. We are collecting Q gems, please. We're not getting very lucky on radioactive ore today. Don't have any Snickers left after Halloween. Yeah, that's one of those ones you take out, right? Ooh. You know, I did my Halloween candy tier list for the charity stream, but what is everyone else's favorite Halloween candy? Vote now on your phones. No, post in chat what your favorite one is. I'm curious. Maybe you can correct my opinions on chocolate and other candies I haven't had. Yeah, now is the time to buy candy because it's nice and cheap. I did not pass candy to children, but my neighbors did. They did enough for me. Alright, Alright, some people had an ad, so maybe they'll figure it out based on the chat, though. Sour Patch Kids. I do like Sour Patch Kids. I much prefer the watermelon ones, though. I think the watermelon ones are so good. Which is why they have those separate, I'm sure. Oh man, my mouth waters when I think of those. Sour Patch as well. That's definitely a Halloween candy for sure. Not the biggest chocolate fan. Anything sour for me. I do like sour things. One sour thing I really like is Now and Laters. That I feel like those aren't very well appreciated by people. I think those are the right amount of sour and sweet. Do we get a cooking stream? We didn't hit the goal for the cooking stream for the charity event, so I don't think we'll have to. We might have that goal again in the future for a charity stream or something else, though. So it's possible we could end up doing a cooking stream in the future. Did you hide in your house with the lights off? I was playing Minecraft in my house with the lights off, so I guess. I just wanted to chill Halloween this year. You don't have Halloween there? What's your favorite candy then? Non-Halloween. My cousin lost a molar to an out later. Jess, I could so easily see that coming. Oh my goodness. To see that happening. Now and laters are extremely sticky. They get so stuck in your teeth and everything. But they're like so good. I don't know. I don't know if they're the best like logistic candy, but man, they're tasty. Sour Patches are pretty good. Oh, did you just say Sour Patch earlier? Yeah, there you go. Sorry about that, gender. Sorry, I couldn't quite remember who said what candy. I lost a molar to a Cheeto Puff. That was probably not the Cheeto Puff's fault. That sounds more like your molar was definitely not in the in a suitable state before the Cheeto Puff came along. So hungry from this chat. No, talking about candy does not make me hungry. It's like talking about like actual food that makes me hungry usually. It makes me like crave candy, but it doesn't make me hungry, if that makes sense. Like, my mouth is, like, slightly watering thinking about sour stuff, but it's not like I'm hungry. Why do Jolly Rancher gummies exist? Because companies want to make money off of everyone and not just the people who like hard candy. I personally never enjoyed Jolly Rancher gummies. I've tried them before. I just don't think they have a very good texture or flavor. Jolly Rancher hard candies are really good, though. It's interesting to think about, like, how candy companies, like, found their niche and then just, like, held that for probably several dozen years now. Like, when did Starburst and Jolly Ranchers and all them come along, and now they still, like, hold the market on that? I haven't tried them, they just sound wrong. Well, Stunted Wolf, you can't say you don't like something before you've even tried it, right? I mean, normal Jolly Ranchers are lollipops, they just don't have the... just don't have the stick. You shouldn't, though. You can't really judge something unless you've had it. You can say, I've heard that If they're not very good or something like that. I don't know. I definitely don't like saying a hard opinion on something unless I've personally encountered it. And even then, I struggle to say hard opinions on anything. I'm gonna go to the store, I'm too tempted. Well, I'm sure your local CVS will thank me. I'm gonna eat. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Can't blame you. Ooh, it's been cake day. Perfect, I'm running low on them. Not really, but... I hate CVS, I'm just gonna check Kroger. Yeah, I feel like CVS... We have a CVS and Kroger actually right next to each other. I feel like they have a very similar candy selection. Like... Yeah, I think it's pretty similar. At least for us, I don't know. Why do you hate CVS? That seems like an odd stance. Cake. Used to work there? Oh, never mind. That's no longer an odd stance. I'm sorry. Do they print you a receipt when you leave? Like your contract for work and everything? Resignation letter? If I had to resign from a CVS, I'd probably print it from the receipt thing. Kroger is such a Midwest thing. I mean, yeah. It's just a grocery store, just like Winn-Dixie is a South thing. Just happens to be where the grocery store is. Welcome back, Gender. The receipts are absurd. I think they embraced it at this point, Stunted Wolf. Like, when that joke was really big, like, I thought that would go away or something like that. Maybe they'd, like, make a advertisement like, we've switched away from paper. I think, like, they've only gotten longer. I think they've really embraced the receipt thing. Love hearing about other countries. 1 second. Whoa, where'd that come from? Here, let me actually just go. Sorry about that. Back from the brink. Let's get more cake. Do you guys have Giant Eagle grocery stores? Not where I live, which I had not heard of that before. I recall there being a Golden Eagle restaurant, but that seems different than what you're suggesting. I think that might have been a one-off restaurant, like not a chain or something. It's not actually a big bird. I was imagining like just like a giant bird, like from Breath of the Wild, let you climb inside and go grocery shopping. Maybe it's just an Ohio thing. Interesting. It's in Ohio. I'm surprised I haven't heard about it. Are you sure it's even a chain? Maybe it's like a one-off. Or are there a few of them? I'll go. I brought you so many bones. Ah, in Minecraft, I assume, Gender. Awesome. Thank you so much, Frazzle. Although, at some point here, as soon as I get the moss farm done, I'm going to have infinite bone meal. Kind of part of the point of it. But yeah, that'll get me jump-started for sure. Because I do need a bunch of bones to get it started. There are a bunch in Ohio. Interesting. So I've never actually lived in Ohio, so it kind of makes sense. I don't think I've been to a grocery store in Ohio before, despite the number of times I've been there and passed through it. For what farm? I'm going to use it to start up my moss farm, Gender. So, eventually the moss farm will be net positive on bone meal, but it doesn't like start that way. You need to get it going first. If I were to go to America, where should I go? It kind of depends what you're looking for. America is America. It's not how I meant to say it. America is like so varied. It's like saying you're going to America is like you're saying you're taking a trip to Europe, right? There's just like so many different places you can go. Like very vastly different climates and cultures. It's probably not quite as varied as Europe is, but it is still very varied. Yeah, there's no reason to go to Ohio unless you're going to Cedar Point, which honestly, not a bad place to visit. Not much around there, but Cedar Point itself is a pretty awesome place to go. Yeah, it depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for like natural beauty, like mountains and stuff, I'd recommend Colorado or Arizona or well, Glacier is nice, but it's not really a touristy place. Well, it is a touristy place, but it's not really like a I'm going to America to visit like Glacier National Park. Yosemite in California or Yellowstone, all very beautiful places. Ah, you're from New Zealand. Okay, so you're already used to mountains and tropical weather. That's all I was going to recommend. They're not tearing down the dragster witch. They're replacing it with the same dragster pretty much. Well, we don't know yet, but they're not getting rid of it. They're replacing it with something that's going to be probably pretty similar. Oh yes, Washington would be a great place to visit. Honestly, just like taking a trip to Seattle and then going to like Rainier and the Cascades, and oh, I want to go to the Cascades. I didn't get to go last time I was there. I'm gonna get a snack, BRB. No problem, Onion. We're gonna go. Oh, let me. Well, I'll grab this while I'm here. Chicago is a fun city. It is a very fun city. I don't know. I feel like I'd have a hard time recommending it if you had like one trip to America. I don't know. I struggle to say I'd visit Chicago, but then again, I live in the Midwest, which is already very culturally similar to Chicago, so I'd probably want to go somewhere else. Like I go to Chicago and it feels awesome, but it doesn't feel that different from Detroit, if that makes sense. Like there's more to do in Chicago than in Detroit, but like I don't know how to explain it other than that. It's like not that different. Which I'm sure I have offended all 5 of you here from Chicago. Probably not 5. Alright. You cowards with snow are not prepared for summer. I would not go to Arizona in this summer, I feel like. Seems like a mistake. Alright, I'm going to take a quick break here. I've been going for almost an hour and a half. I need to use the restroom, and I need to stand up and move around a little bit. So Sneakers and I are going to take a little bit of a break here. I am going to go ahead and run some ads while I'm gone. Just because it'll disable pre-rolls by the time I get back here. And I'll see you all in about 6 or 7 minutes. See you all soon. Hello. I came back just in time for barking dogs. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Let's go down in the mines. I did read chat and I was very confused by it. Does that make you feel better? There was some riots, something about me going to the bathroom. Welcome in, by the way, Frog Squared, if you're still hanging around. It's good to see you. And Light in the Woods, it's good to see you as well. Welcome in. We should call it the piss room. How about the bathroom? I think the bathroom is a pretty well-established name at this point. Seems a little odd to choose to abandon it at this late stage of humanity. Don't we pee more than bathe? Yes. Hopefully. Either you've got really dry skin or you probably pee more than you bathe. I don't have strong feelings on the topic, Onion. Hey, rain totems. I don't know if that's the prime purpose, Stunted Wolf. I mean, I think the reason it's called a bathroom and not a pee or poop room is because of the negative associations with those words compared to the positive association with the word bath or powder. It's called a euphemism. Excuse me. I don't believe I quite deserve that cancel. I can't agree with everyone's oddly specific opinion. That feels like a disaster waiting to happen. No, it should be a toilet room. Is it called a toilet room in the EU? Hey, Stitch Adventure, welcome in. Why does it look like there's a lot of enemies? I'm in the harder mines, and I've got something called Monster Musk on. Both of those things increase the amount of enemies on the floor. So Monster Musk is an item that causes more enemies, and this I have a quest active called Skull Cavern Invasion that makes it so there's more monsters and harder monsters that spawn. Thank you so much for the follow, Stitch Adventure. Hope you're doing well today. Let's compromise and say toilet room? Nah, it's okay. Restroom? Because it's a place where you go to rest and relax, right? Right? Maybe I'm the only one who uses it that way. Let's just call it a room. Let's just call all rooms rooms because that's their purpose, being rooms. And realistically, why should we, you know, give something a name when it has multiple uses? We should just understand that it's a room, and rooms can be used for many different things. I went to sleep in the room. I went to the bathroom in the room. Only sometimes, Stunted Wolf? I'm going from the room to the other room. Yeah, exactly. That's the spirit. We wouldn't want to accidentally misconstrued a room's purpose by giving it a specific name. I drive my husband mad because I call everything The floor. I actually really like that one. That's good. Doing great. I saw your map. Oh, like my farm? And then you saw the video from Shawnee. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, it's a great video. I'm glad it's getting around to so many people. And I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I wonder if I can twist these serpents into a heart shape by like moving them in the right direction. Hey, it's my favorite kind. 2 galaxy souls. No, I mean, Shawnee makes good videos. It's not surprising people watch them. I still get people who come around because of the Gug video, which is really cool. That was, we're getting close to a year. Not quite a year, but that was back in February. Oh, come here now. You get 999 pieces of everything. Basically any item that stacks, so like the Galaxy Soul, or like this iron ore here, or these fiddleheads. Any item that stacks together, I'm getting 999 of them. What is this? Chunky. I am here. Oh, you're home. Congratulations, Chunky. How was your bus ride? It's good to have you back. Oh, dang. We went all the way to floor 60. That was not intentional. I'm pretty impressed, like, how well Google Translate works to translate that Mandarin. Like, I usually get pretty much exactly the gist of what you're trying to say every time, just by double-clicking it. Welcome back, Chunky. How was your bus? Uno? Bus is an L? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Don't have any Chinese on my laptop. I'm willing to bet that Chunky downloaded some sort of program to do that. I don't want to go to floor 100 Stitch Adventure, because that will end the quest early. If you go to 100, then this quest just stops. But I have 4 days where I can farm these mines over and over again, which is what I'd rather do. And on floors 20 and 40, there are sometimes bats. So we'll see in 2 floors here if we get lucky. Yes, so these kinds of bats can spawn on only 20 and 40. So the more times I play that, the more bat wings I get. Which we're actually done with bat wings, but we are kind of also not done with them. We have everything stacked we need for them, but we still need more monster musk. As much as we can get. See ya in the little see ya a light in the woods. I called you in the little woods for some reason. Thanks so much for coming by, and have yourself a good night. I hope you feel better. I'm famous. Woo! I mean, you're famous in your own way. Nah, we don't need those. Keep going. I surprisingly don't need those anymore. I would have not only a month ago. Very loopy because of the meds. Well, hopefully they make you feel better. What's our next stack? I don't know what'll be the next one I finish. Might be one of the rows. There's a few possibilities, I think. Be nice to be the Maki roll. Seems unlikely that'll be quite the next one I finish, though. Dusk!
Mew Mew style, Mew Mew grace, Mew Mew power in your face.
Good to see you, Dusk. Welcome in. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Meds are definitely expensive, yeah. I hope you have coverage of some kind for them. Hello, hello, Dusk. I'm glad your Anthem is still playing well. Come on. Yeah, cold medicine will not be covered, that's for sure. Hey, Frog Squared. What's everyone's favorite fall dessert? It's important. Ooh, fall dessert. I like pecan pie, but I can see that it is extremely sweet, and if you're not into things that are extremely sweet, you probably won't like it. But, yeah, pecan pie is probably my favorite. My favorite thing that could be, like, directly labeled as a fall dessert. Maybe, I don't know, does apple cider count? And donuts? That's kind of a fall dessert, too. Ooh. Cider and donuts might actually be my favorite. They're so good. If it's just donuts, no. But if it's cider and donuts, then probably that, actually. Yeah, gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Light in the Woods. I hope you feel better soon. No, it's okay. You have a right to complain if you have a crappy illness like that. I do hope you feel better soon. What is a fall dessert? Like a dessert in the fall. Yeah. I hope so too, Dusk. I hope your meds are not nearly that expensive in the future. Hey, Samantha, welcome in. Row to you as well. Seasonal yums. What are seasonal yums? I don't know if I've heard of that before. Your fall desserts are just Halloween desserts? No, not at all. Like, Thanksgiving desserts as well, I guess. Like, pecan pie is not Halloween. Pumpkin in general isn't necessarily Halloween. Jack-o'-lanterns are, but like... And, cider and donuts are definitely not Halloween. Those are, like, early fall treats. So, like, around, like, late September, usually. Seasonal Little Debbie's. Oh, okay. Cool. I haven't had Little Debbie's in a long time. That's definitely a flavor my brain remembers, though. The Pumpkin Delights. I go sweat it out under a million blankets and I'm still freezing. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty bad cold. Have you gone to the doctor in the Little Woods? Pecan? Pecan? You can say it in either way, I'm pretty sure. If you're in the South, it's pecan, but like anywhere else in the country, it's pecan. Pecan? Pecan? I don't know. I have heard them all said, and I think they're all kind of correct. Pecan, pecan. I don't even remember how I said it. Whoops. I'm supposed to eat that. You don't have any of those. They are usually from places that have seasons. So here in Michigan, we actually have like fall weather. I would imagine that it's not the case where you live. Avoid ever pronouncing pecan wrong by never saying it out loud. That's the solution. Like Like, our leaves change in the fall. I don't know. I assume just because you're Mediterranean that there's, or on the Mediterranean Sea, that the weather is usually around the same year-round. Whereas we have different growing seasons for different plants, so like things are in season. So apples are in season at the beginning of fall, which is why cider is prevalent around that time. Pumpkins are in season at the end of fall, which is why pumpkin dishes are prevalent around that time. It does get colder. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, we have pretty dramatic changes in seasons where we live. Where it's like we have 90-degree summers and then like 0-degree winters. It's a pretty big swing here. Corn. I almost forgot about corn. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Chunky, you have a competitor. Although, is that Mandarin? Because that looks like... That's Japanese. Yeah. Thought I recognized that. I don't know if Chunky knows Japanese. Uh-oh. Oh, we're hatting the horse. What do we get? Cat ears on the horse. Alright, Stunted Wolf. When we wake up in the morning after we pass out, we'll go get that on the horse. Oh. I was gonna say, that doesn't look like Mandarin. I think it was less that and more that I recognized the Japanese script because I watched too much anime. I think that means you don't speak Japanese. Onion. I cannot guarantee that though. Japanese keyboards exist or something. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure all keyboards exist. Oh, come here. Oh, that's what you said. Interesting. I have a Japanese keyboard is what it says. Onion, why would you say something like that in chat? I meant to grab that Fiddlehead Witch. I didn't see it. And then I had already left by the time I saw it. Yep, Fiddlehead burned. Well, you said Nihongo no... Yeah, keyboard ga... Or... I'm not gonna try. You translated it into... Never mind. Omure Shindu? Nani? I'm particularly bad at pronouncing Japanese. I don't know why. Some languages I'm actually pretty decent at pronouncing, if I can read the word. English, surprisingly, is not one of them, and Japanese is not one of them either. Not even gonna argue with you. Oh. Never mind. I just don't understand what you meant. Yeah, that's probably the main reason. Guess. They pronounce every single one of their vowels, which always throws me off. And they're pronounced slightly differently than they are over here. Not even slightly. Sometimes some are very different. Ooh, we're over a stack of bombs. Just put that in there for now. Whoops. Nope, go back in there. Alright, let's put you down here too. And white algae? Yeah, white algae. Away you go. Advantage of speaking Spanish as the first language is that Japanese is pretty easy to pronounce. I was like, what is that word? Like, it was Spanish? I could not figure that out. I mean, well, to be fair, it was spelled wrong. I thought there was like some weird language I was unaware of that was spoken in Argentina that wasn't Spanish. What is Spanish? Where are the cat ears? I went too far. Yeah, there. Artisan goods, yes. Quality, no. No, I don't have to do quality. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, I don't have to do quality. It's just one stack of each item is the rule. Yeah, doesn't matter what quality they are, it's just the item. I try to go for higher qualities because it looks nicer. So, for instance, I try to get iridium when I can. Leah, I got you a salad. Aren't you happy? Huh? Oh, I know that I make spelling mistakes all the time, Onion. I certainly wouldn't claim otherwise. I wasn't making fun of you, Onion. I just, like, I could not parse what you had said. I was, like, trying to figure it out, which was funny to me. It was just, like, a tiny little misspelling, and I thought it was an entirely different word. Oh, come here. Alright, what's going on in here? Ew. I am... So, Gender, you're asking, are you from a certain country? In a market? Yeah, Google Translate's not working as well with that language. I don't want to guess which one it is, even though I have a pretty good idea. It is Hebrew. Okay, I thought it was. I just want to make sure. I don't want to, like, guess wrong, you know? Because that looks really bad. But I assumed it was. Alright. Green algae. Wow, lots of people speaking Hebrew in chat. Clay, we got 3 clay. 5 slime. 10 bug meat. Man, it's really spreading out the love here. 2 more green algae. Don't worry, we'll move to GMs. That's no problem. I trust you, Gender, that you guys aren't saying something. The problem is that when someone comes into chat for the first time and starts saying something in a different language, that's an issue because it's like, I don't know them and they could be saying something like bad. I trust you, Gender, not to do something like that though. So when you're talking with someone, it's a little different. 10. There we go. Alright. 3 of each. Amazing. It worked out to there being exactly 3 of each. Yeah, I do too, dog. It's really cool. Like, I find it very cool when I find someone else who speaks English. I'm kidding, obviously. Oh, let's harvest these friends here. Fish are friends, not food. What is it? I think I'll allow it. Yeah. Sorry, automod hit one of the words. I assume it must also have a double meaning. Some things are pretty universal, aren't they? Alright, let's grab our fishies. Spag! Welcome in, Spag. I hope you're doing well. It's so good to see you. Back from the bathroom. Did we hat the horse? We did, Spag. I'm sorry, Stunted Wolf. Sorry, I was just talking to Spag. So I can show you in just a second here after we're done fishing. I don't know. It flagged the word that translated to like Doug or Dugged, so I assume that like that might mean something else as well. Kind of like how the word hoe has multiple meanings in English. I assumed it was something like that. Yeah, Samantha, I'll have to fix these later. I don't know what happened. Remember how it just like randomly changed one day without me doing anything? 5, 4, 3. We end up with 78 each time we do this. I'm glad you found someone that spoke the same language, though. That's always really exciting. It's very cool to me that I just have so many people from all over the world. I'm pretty sure the majority of my audience is, you know, Canada, US, and Great Britain, but it's really cool that there's a whole bunch of other people, too, here. I find that, like, really fascinating. I think it partially speaks to just how universal a game Stardew is, as well. It's like how many people from around the world enjoy this game. 78 doesn't divide by 7. $84. That's what I said. 84. We got 84 fishies. And that's 12 times 7. Whoops, one too many sardines. Send one back. Sorry about that, Samantha. That's how many it showed on here, but I must have had a break where I wasn't catching them in an order. Vegetable pole? Vegetable pole? Oh, you had election today. That's really fun. U.S. elections coming up pretty soon here. Not for president, but the midterm elections. I am already voted. I did my early voting here in Michigan. Vote early, vote often. Yep. My votes are already submitted. Last week, yeah. I did it like 3 weeks ago or something like that. Michigan has a pretty lenient early voting period. I know that's not true for all states. I bet New York does too, though, huh, Jess? I would assume so. Hey, welcome back, Light in the Woods. I hope you're feeling better. Hard to sleep and cough, yeah. Sorry to hear about that. Yeah, I held on to mine for a bit too, Jess. On Tuesday, I think my work, we have a asynchronous day. Or no, we have a synchronous day on election day. Which basically means like we're just on Zoom. So that gives us a chance to go vote, but we still get a school day out of it. Now, it probably should be a national holiday, but, you know, that's better than nothing, I suppose. Okay, Zoomer. It's funny that worked out together, didn't it? What items are we still missing? The ones across the bottom are some of the ones we're still working on, but if you're interested in a more complete list, Barloni, we have our checklist here, which hasn't been updated in a little bit, but has a pretty decent idea of the things that we're working toward here. Alright, we need 6 green algae. Nope, what am I doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, that's going quick, isn't it? 5, 7 clay. Alright, we're gonna put this here, we're gonna put this here, we're gonna put these 2 here. Okay, then we need 15 slime. Slime will be under S. Okay, and next we need 30 bug meat. Okay. And let's go take care of it. Oh, dang. Light in the Woods, that's a really high temperature. You have seen a doctor, right? This is the cat ears on the horse. It's very cute. Horse cat. Haboo and friends, how goes everything? It's good to see everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. And Haboo, I hope your blindfolded crafts room went well today. I had some people coming in saying that you were struggling occasionally, but hopefully it ended pretty well. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, everyone. For those of you who do not know, I am the algorithm. This is Sneakers. And we are doing something here called the 999 Challenge, when we're attempting to collect 999 of every stackable item in the game. So that's the reason for all these fish ponds, for instance. Welcome in, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Only took 2 hours. Oh. Were you able to get it done completely blindfolded? Did that happen today? Congratulations if so. Dang. I expected it to take a few more streams at least. Welcome in everyone. I hope you're doing well today. It's good to see you, Zymon, Babu, Frank, Lamb, Tyrannosaurus Girlfriend, HP Starcraft, Unclouded TJ, Riomise, I think. Welcome in, Raiders. And everyone else who came in with the raid, it's great to see you here today. I hope you're doing well today. Oh, I just realized I left up my charity thing here. Let me swap this non-Stardew stuff. I hope everyone's doing well today. We have been doing pretty well. We've just been going through the week here, collecting all the things that we need to collect. And we're about to collect our Statues of Endless Fortune here. So you'll get to see my large collection of money pits that are required for me to get enough Omni Geodes for this run. Just let me know when you open them all up. Well, congratulations, Sabu, on completing your craftsroom run. Looks like you finished it at least, based on the responses here in chat. I cannot wait to see the VOD/YouTube video that will inevitably result from that. Okay, we do actually have a traveling cart check today, so hopefully we can get some jelly, pickles, or juice. Really, that's all that's exciting from the traveling cart anymore, unfortunately. Whoops, come here. I got cough drops from your father. That's awesome, little light in the woods. Yeah, I hope you're feeling better soon. It sucks to be sick. I was sick of it last week and not nearly that bad. So I hope the cough drops help you out. I don't know. Cough drops always make me feel better. I think they're not supposed to cure you or anything, but they definitely make your throat feel a lot soothinger, something like that. Hey, Coco Citrus, welcome in. How do you have so many statues? Money. So I've made over 900 million on this account, and I needed about another 500 million still. So I need 1,000 of these statues, 999 of them, because they stack together. So 1 million is surprisingly not that much once you get to the late game, and I need about 1 billion. Whoops, I missed you. Come here. Darn Iridium Bar. Oh dang, we missed the cart check. Gotta close at 8, and that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Let's grab these fiddleheads. Really, slime? No fiddleheads down there, it looks like. Ah, I'm glad you liked my username. Thank you. Wait, was this from scratch? Yes, it was, Elise. I've been playing on this file since 2016. So, a long time. I think I started the challenge around 2017. Before that, this was my first farm ever. I've just been building it up since then. And welcome in, Elise. I hope you're doing well today. Yes, I made a lot of money on this farm for sure. Algo is prehistoric gamer. Hopefully not prehistoric yet, but yes, certainly on the older side. Got back from Kroger and CVS with $40 worth of candy. I feel like I'm fueling a lot of people's addictions today. Don't eat it all at once, Johnny. That's a lot of candy. I was wondering why I heard double algo. Welcome in, Jess, or should I say, the great stream lurker. How many streams do you have up by chance? No, I'm just kidding. I've definitely done something very similar before. Oh yeah, Jess, I want to ask you this because I'm curious. Are you able to listen, like, to 2 streams at the same time? It sounds like, based on what you're saying, that you are. I don't know. My brain, like, starts to melt whenever I have got 2 voices at the same time. He just looks prehistoric. He's older than that. Pre-Cambrian. Yes, pre-Cambrian. I'm actually pre-Terran. I was around long before this Earth. And I'll be around long after as well. Oops. Come on, coconuts. Where are you hiding? Is that none? Oh, there's 1. 2, actually. Here, Cherry. But I don't care because I'll sleep tonight. Well, I'm glad to hear your dad pulled through for you. What's Peepo sad? There are special emotes, Tog, that you can get if you get an extension called 7TV for Twitch. I don't think it's Twitch endorsed, but a lot of people use it on Twitch, and it just allows for extra emotes, basically. I cannot let my brain be alone with the thoughts. It must consume multiple sources of media. I just can't keep up with more than 1 at a time. You volume mix. I see, Jess. I have to wait for Twitch to accept my shaking, lol emote, yeah. I do like that pog emote a lot. Alright, we need to go... Gosh, it's already the end of the day. I guess I can just, like, quickly stop by Skull Caverns today. I'm sad I basically missed it, though. You listened to 3 streams, Johnny? Oh my goodness. I could never. My brain just would implode trying to keep up with that. I've done 2 before, and it takes a lot of focus. I definitely couldn't do it while doing something else. I'd like to think I'm, like, pretty decent at multitasking. I think it's just audio. If I'm trying to listen to 2 different sets of audio, it just breaks my brain. Like, I can do a lot at the same time, just not audio. Ooh, a chat question. Easiest and hardest Q quest. Easiest is probably 4 shards for me. Just because I have more than that laying around. The hardest, and the one I will just never do, is Junimo Kart. It's such a time sink. Even if you're, like, really good at Junimo Kart, I feel like that's such a time sink. What made you think of such a challenge? I think it was just... I really loved this game. Like, I really, really enjoyed playing this game. And I had done everything the game had on offer at that point. This was back in 1.0 of the game, or maybe even 1.1. There just wasn't anything else for me to do. I'd, like, reached the end. I thought about, like, some challenge runs, and there were some really cool ones as well. But I'm like, people have all done those before, the ones that were available at the time. And I want to try something new. And I saw the stack size, and I was like, huh, I wonder if you could, and the rest is history. That's pretty much the entire story. Butt meat. Talking about butt meat? We got butt meat right there. I wonder if I can 5 years later. It'd make a good cut in a movie. When they make the documentary about this, inevitably. I want that to be the cut. You could, but you ever wonder if you should? All the time, Smith, all the time. I'm not much for one for falling for the sunk cost fallacy, but right now I feel like I'm definitely on that. Although I'm still enjoying it at the moment, so I guess I shouldn't say that exactly. I'm definitely having a great time Streaming definitely helped with it. In a different way, though. Before, it was fun to do because I could, like, watch something at the same time I was playing it. Like, I would have, on my second monitor, I have, like, YouTube or Netflix or Twitch going at the same time, and I could play and watch something. Now I have streaming, which is also something I can do at the same time. And it's probably more enjoyable. I like hanging out with everyone. I don't know. I like the quiet for me, Johnny. What year is the save on? We are on year 30. Alright, let's take a nap. Hey, Piano, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. I don't know how many stackable items there are, but you should definitely find something you collect 999 stacks of. Ooh. And Piano, thank you so much for the resubscription. Welcome back to the stack. Enjoy your emotes, your sub badges, and your ad-free viewing. Oh, hey, it's a person. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let me get you a shout out too. Oh, I didn't even shout out Habu, did I? I always feel weird shouting out Habu because I don't think there's a single person here in chat that doesn't know them. Alright. If you don't know Piano Addict is a fellow member of the Do Crew and does some challenge runs and maybe occasionally speed runs. I actually don't know if I've ever seen you do a speed run, Piano. Of Stardew Valley as well, and is currently working on a 100 million in 1 year Stardew Valley run, which uses some very insane strategies that are extremely difficult to pull off. So if you're interested in seeing what that looks like, you should go give Piano a follow. Just get 40 slime hutches. No, I refuse to use slime hutches. They're just unnecessary. I get so much from Just Skull Cavern Invasion. I'm almost done with slime, too. I need 80 more stacks, which sounds like a lot, but it's well less than half of what I need total. Oh, that's right. Of course you do speedruns. Right. I always forget about clay farming speedruns, which you are the master of. Whoops. Stay there, horsey. 999 stacks of something would be... I mean, I'm getting somewhat close with staircases. How many did I need for that? 7 double chests. Anything buyable would be probably fine to do with that, but that's probably a lot of money. Can we do a Gamba? Yeah. I'll do a Gamba. So go ahead, if you think we're going to get more Omnis than anything else from the Statue of Endless Fortune, then vote Omnis. Otherwise, you are a non-believer and you should feel bad. I should practice clay farming again. It went surprisingly well when I did it the one time there. Nearly 1 million items. Alright, you've got me curious now. 999 stacks, so 999 times 999. Do that. Yeah, that is nearly 1 million. Now, divided by 999, divided by 36. So it's almost 28 chests full. So 28 chests full of items of the same item. Yeah, I wouldn't want to buy it though. I think Piano's talking about something that would be more fun would be to like something you'd actually have to collect, because yes, obviously purchasing it would be pretty easy. This is the wrong one. No, it's Weathered Floor. I don't know what happened to it. Ooh. Still chopping away at hardwood. Oh yeah, how'd that go, Piano? Do you have like a plan yet? Or are you still working on it? Hey Leah, welcome in. Oh yeah, you can just craft it. Yeah, that would be quite a lot. You'd still need more than 5 double chests full of bug meat to do that, though. Slime would be the easiest to get in bulk. Yeah, with the slime hutches, I guess. Takes up so much space on your farm, but if you're just focusing on the one item. Big spenders in the Gamba. Well, I hadn't even noticed. Yeah, I remember you were playing catch up because I remember, like, I think it was the last day, right? You had to give up time to get the hardwood because of something else. And you have to get it from the crates now. Yeah, I guess my question was, do you have a plan? Like, is it possible to get it all from the crates? What are you trying to get from the dig site? Any of these fossils, you get them from the dig site. There's like no other way to get them in a reasonable time frame. So like, I just go to the dig site like every other day at least to break the bone nodes. So pretty much every fossil item in the game can be found at the dig site. Oh no! How much was it? Okay. I messed up. 1 second. Exclamation mark rings to see the rings that I wear. Just 1 second. I just recorded a video, so I need to check it really quickly. It is not 10:20. It's 11:01. There we go. To break the bone nodes. Alright, we had 22 iridium bars and 25 gold bars. Gotta keep it fair because we have a Gamba going on. Otherwise I wouldn't care as much. Oh, how do I say that? Irrevelin, I think? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. And Saphira, thank you. Welcome in as well. I hope you're doing well today. As well as Ecops. Let's see here. Have I played Hollow Knight? I have not played Hollow Knight. I've heard really good things, though. It seems like a game I would enjoy. And Saphira, thank you so much for the follow. I think I've gotten so much better at pronouncing names than when I started doing Twitch. I didn't expect this to be the practice that helped me with pronunciation, but you all bully me enough that I think I've actually started to get better at it. Who knew that would work? It is possible. You've had 2 runs that were on pace in the allotted time. Yeah, so you just gotta get a lucky one. Hopefully it's not another rain totem situation, but you said you've already had 2 runs that were on pace so far. So it sounds like it's pretty reasonably likely. Pronounce my name, coward. Samantha Coffin. Boiling always works. Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, is that a term for bullying someone into... Oh, you just mean bullying, probably. I would not say that bullying always works. Yeah, I think Samantha knows. That was an easy one. I'm pretty sure Samantha was just messing with us. Which it worked. I feel properly messed with. Alright. How are we doing, by the way? Diamonds are ahead by 10. But, we're not done yet. I'm just dyslexic. Yeah, I know, gender. I just misread it. Well, read it correctly, but I didn't correct it in time. Well, boiling works as well. Please don't boil people until they do the right thing. It seems like a bad idea overall. Well, not only did Omnis not win, but they also somehow found a way to be tied for last. Congratulations, Omni. It's okay. Omni's lost. Choose prediction outcome. Choose outcome. Omnis lose. Sorry, everyone. Stunted Wolf, that sounds like something that someone did on purpose because they saw the irony in it. And they just made the word as long as possible. Can you really piano? I actually didn't know that. Wow, that is something I definitely didn't know. It's pretty crazy. Sorry, I'm gonna be putting in the results here really fast. 143, 135, and 125. That's actually really surprising to me that that works. Considering, like, everything else you can't do while on horseback. Like, you can't even shake trees on horseback, can you? Can you collect from all machines on horseback? Like kegs and stuff? You can't put things in kegs, probably, but can you collect them? It's made for Stardew Valley lovers. I bet I would like the game. There's a lot of games I know I would like. You can talk to villagers. I actually didn't know you could talk to villagers either from horseback. Maybe I should try the horse sometime. I don't think there are very many people that have a fear of long words. Stunted Wolf. Which leads me to believe that that word is just made up as a joke. Let's go. Yeah. It seems like Piano's got a plan to get that hardwood. It's just gotta work out. Ooh, what's this one?
Cacistocracy.
Cacistocracy. I like it. Don't know if it rolls off the tongue very well, but it's a cool word. You emptied all the bags. Oh, you didn't eat them, right, Johnny? It was exactly one CVS bag filled to the brim. I mean, I feel like $40 buys you a lot less candy than it used to, Johnny. Even like a few years ago. Inflation hurts us all. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I feel like the internet is very judgy when it comes to spelling and grammar. It's like, I just don't see the reasoning for it. Admittedly, I'm one of the people that spells a lot and, well, messed up spelling at least quite often. So maybe I'm a little biased, but it just seems unnecessary. Like, people... This isn't just on the internet, too. This isn't real life, but people, like, really associate, like, grammar and spelling with intelligence. And maybe they correlate, but I don't think they correlate nearly as much as people think they do. Yeah, exactly, Stunted Wolf. It's like people make mistakes literally all the time. And it's very annoying that, especially on the internet, it seems like a lot of people pretend like if you make a mistake, then like, how could you possibly make a mistake? Like, what's wrong with you? Is usually the sentiment I see with that. It's like, people make mistakes all the time. That's just like a part of living. Like, it sucks. you should make a mistake, maybe, but like you're not going to be able to avoid making a mistake your entire life, right? It's going to happen sometime. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Elise. Like, I would never make fun of someone who just, like, made a simple grammar or spelling error. It just seems like such in poor taste. And, like, I don't know, like, I think Stunted Wolf gets on the right idea, too. Like, people use it as an excuse to, like, dismiss arguments or, like, call out someone for being wrong. Even though, like, all they did was make a spelling mistake, which is really easy to rectify, or really easy to obviously see what they meant. And they use that as an opportunity to, like, dunk on them or say, like, oh, I guess I was right, huh? Or at least they try to justify it that way in their mind. I don't know. It's just, like, such a dumb, pointless, and petty way of communication, you know? If you don't make a mistake, you are a mistake. I don't know. Yeah. And I wonder if that trickles into their own life a little bit. Like, do they treat themselves so badly after they make a mistake? Or do they just, like, treat other people so differently? I don't know. Because I wonder if they treat themselves the same way that they treat others that make mistakes like that, that's gotta be, like, really unhealthy mentally for them. It's more likely that they just have double standards that they don't realize, because that's what a lot of people are like. Yeah, exactly, Tog. People are very fond of having double standards. 2 bags of pumpkin spice caramels, 4 bags of Reese's, 1 bag of Snickers, 1 bag of Twix, and 1 bag of Skittles. Can you tell which one was my fave? I'm gonna go with the Reese's on that one, Johnny. I feel like I might be right. Am I Pergananant? See, that's a little bit different, because I don't think he's making fun of those people. I think he's laughing along with it. I don't know. He doesn't, like, dismiss them or anything like that. He's just, like, pronouncing the words as funny as possible. They pretend to be perfect, yeah. That's a good way of looking at it. I feel like that's a very common thing that people tend to do. It's weird because, like, I feel like I'm much harsher on myself than I am on other people. But I feel like a lot of people are the opposite. Where they just, like, let everything they do go. Which, you know, both are bad. You should definitely try to learn from your mistakes, but you should also not beat yourself up about every little thing you mess up. You're going to mess things up. That's human. I'm gonna go watch that vid now. You've got it stuck in my head, so I might have to watch it again later too. I should skip this floor. These 10 floors that are all mummy floors. I don't really need them. Listen to it while watching the stream. We just had this discussion, didn't we? Good ones are always rare. Yeah, I think over the last few years, I've made a very concentrated effort not to beat myself up over little mistakes. And I think it's really started to work well. I still do, but not nearly as much as I used to. I think it's been really good for my mental health. Chocolate does not exist. Even chocolate cake doesn't need it. Oh, in-game, yes. Which is funny because Haunted Chocolatier is coming out at some point. I just have this feeling And I don't know how accurate this is. That Concerned Ape is going to add chocolate to this game when Haunted Chocolatier comes out. As like a subtle nod / advertisement for Haunted Chocolatier. Hey, Revelin. As someone whose furthest game is year 2, I'm watching the Skull Cavern with fear in my heart. Yes, the Skull Cavern is actually very dangerous, which is really cool because it's at the very end of the game. So it's nice that there's like a real hard challenge here. Whoops. That's why Haunted Chocolatier is haunted. It's the only place to get chocolate in the entire universe. $38 plus 2 weeks per Ganonant? Is oo Perger. Black market chocolate. Pugger. Pargan. I can't even say that word. Not that it's a real word anyways. Poggananant? Also in Stardew, chocolate, cake, and cookies have the exact same recipe. Wait, no. No, there's no way, right? Do they actually? Wheat, sugar, egg... Wheat, sugar, egg? How did I not know that? I had no idea they had the same recipe. I assumed, like, one of them was missing something or something else. I thought game was muted. Oh, is the game really that quiet? Oh, you know what? It's because I did this, probably. Here, I can turn it up slightly. Whoops, that's not the right button. Y'all gotta tell me this stuff. How did we get this far in the stream? That might be really loud now. Let me know if that's too loud. I multiplied the volume by 4. Oh, that is probably way too loud. Alright, let me drop that slightly. Alright, that should be better. Oh, let's not die. Uh-oh. Wait, no, eat it. I should be very dead right now. Come on. Thank you, Cheaty Health, for saving me once again. I feared for my life seeing that, not even playing. I, like, canceled my eating 3 times. Oh, we're good. Oh. Let's just take this. I feared for my life seeing that I'm not even playing. I think hamster should be spelled hampster and ornament should be spelled ornament. I mean, yeah, I guess that... You know what? I'm sold. Let's do it. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that they were the only one that shared the exact same recipe. Biscuit should be spelled biscuit. I like when I say that out loud, it doesn't really mean anything, right? anklet is a crime. Also, it being bracelet, but then not anklet. Oh, I see. I see. That's what the crime is. I mean, English in general is a crime. That actually has two meanings. It's not that far off from what I said there, Samantha. Cookies aren't normally chocolate-based dough. Yeah, but these cookies clearly have chocolate chips in them. Like, I mean, maybe not. I don't know. I think they're intended to look like they have chocolate chips in them, right? This is the same floor, and it had fiddlehead ferns in the same place. That was interesting. Those are raisins. Then why aren't there grapes in the recipe, Chunky? Tea sets are a universal dislike, but they give them to us. You know, that does have some interesting implications, doesn't it? Whenever something doesn't make sense as a universal dislike, I just assumed that... I'm pretty sure, like, the default is dislike universal, at least. Also, welcome back, Chunky. We found loop-flavored gummies on sale for Halloween. Loop-flavored? Are they like, Lifesaver gummies? Because those are delicious. Those might be my favorite gummies, actually. Because they have, like, a lot of flavor, unlike most gummies. Fruit Loop. I did miss the word fruit. I apologize. I don't know how to read. Certainly feels that way sometimes, at least. I gave you this rare item for what? So you could throw it all away. I mean, gifting something isn't throwing it away, though. It's letting someone else enjoy it. I wish it was a universal love. Because then I could gift it to Leah. I know she'd love it. I guess I could still give it to Leah, but she'll probably say ew or something. Put it on the end table in their house. Yeah. Yeah, let me just get rid of all my tea sets really quickly. I think I've got 8 of them. Oh, I can gift them to 8 villagers, right? All teachers here? Yeah, we've got quite a few teachers in chat. Anything to distract us from our jobs, right? That's why Haley says, ew, why'd you give me this disgusting thing? So, like, they want you to keep it. It's like those, like, very highly, like, contrived scenes in anime when they have to, like, pretend to dislike someone to make them go away. And so it comes across as them, like, hating them when it's really just for their benefit. Just, you know, with a tea set instead. No, go away! I don't want to see you anymore! It's like to save their life, but like the character doesn't know it. I don't want to work together anymore. Get out of here! Ew, I hate this, but I'm going to keep it. Can I have it back then? No. Oh, wait. You have a little gem in you. So my stream My stream dream might come to an end before it begins. I have to go to my parents' house for student teaching, but they have very poor Wi-Fi. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Johnny. Can you get wired in at all? Like, do they have an Ethernet cord? Or is that just in general, like, their internet's really bad? Ethernet cords are cheap. They're like $10. For like a really long one. 12 megabytes, yeah. Yeah, it's a little tough to deal with 12 megabytes. Unfortunately, I don't think streaming's gonna go well with that number. That's upload, probably. Oops. Can anyone guess the artifact I'm thinking of? I'm gonna go with Pearl. Yeah, Pearl. Let me know how I did. Oh, we can get rid of this. Pearl is not a Stardew artifact? I believe it is. I think it's labeled artifact. It's a strong 12, though. I'm sorry, that was very funny to me for some reason. 12 megabytes, but it's a strong 12. Oh yeah, yeah. Piano Blade told me about that the other day here in stream. It's so cool. It seems like it was originally planned, like CA was thinking about making it a water floor, which is really interesting. But right now it's on like floor 90 million or something ridiculous like that. I think it's like 90,000. Still not achievable, but not quite that high. Golden Mask. Is that the one you were thinking of, Stunted? Dwarf Scroll 3. Let's see if Pearl is labeled artifact. Oh, it's not labeled artifact. Well, I keep it with my artifacts, okay? The Ginger Island fossils aren't labeled artifact either, which is, I don't know, like an odd choice. Like, these are all of these things are very clearly artifacts, but they're not labeled artifact. Like, I'm pretty sure you have to, oh, you don't have to donate them to the museum. I bet all the artifacts get donated to the museum, but those don't have to be. That's probably why. It was Ancient Doll. Wow, it was close. Yeah, because all of these can be donated to the museum. That's probably what the artifact distinction is for. Van Esserush. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Let's go ahead and throw down the rest of our inventory here. This away and here. Here? No, that's still hardwood. How's my radioactive ore? Oh, we got almost 200. That's pretty decent. Would you call it dummy? Alex? Fair? Ooh, Sandy is an NPC. I will say that Stunted Wolf did not clarify whether they meant a giftable NPC or just NPC in general. There's quite a few NPCs that you can't give gifts to in this game. So I'm going to go ahead and guess Mr. Q. Lance from Stardew Expanded. Better not be bringing mod packs into this without saying anything. Hey, Brittany, welcome in. Welcome in. I have the stream muted, but I wanted to pop in. Well, I can go ahead and say hi. Stu/SO at Brittany Hitch. Brittany's an awesome. Wait, what? Unrecognized command. Oh, exclamation mark SO at Brittany Hitch. There we go. Brittany's an awesome Stardew Valley streamer, and you should go send her a follow if you've got some time. Or even if you don't have time, you should do it anyways. Don't. Ah. Ooh, Rainbow Shell. The beach resets on Monday. Oh, it reset today, actually, didn't it? This is the week, too, so I should clear this off. Make room for, hopefully some rainbow shells popping up on the beach. Walking on the beach. Whoops. Need to go eat and chill for the night. Good night, everyone. See you on Thursday. No stream on Thursday. Sorry, Johnny. I am very busy this week, so this is actually my only stream this week. Actually, on Sunday, we're going to have a community day as well. But yes, I've got open house for my school on Thursday. That starts at like 6, so there's not really a way to do a stream that day. And then I've got Yumicon on Saturday, which I'm very excited for. But yes, I will be busy all day on Saturday. And I decided instead of like rescheduling streams this week, I just take a little bit of a break. So this is my only stream this week. But that just means we have to make it a good time. BRB, grabbing a glass of water. Go get your water. Hey, Ashy, welcome in. Welcome in, Ashy. I hope you're doing well today. Literally drinking water now. And now I'm thirsty. But not like that thirsty. Yes, stay hydrated. May stay until you end there because I can't miss 2 streets at the end of the ones. I need the chill vibes. Alright, we'll try and keep it chill then if you're gonna stick around, Johnny. We were gonna make things pretty crazy here, but if you're staying, then we'll keep it chill. Strimmer thirsty. Throsty. How do you even say that word? Throsty. Random crop. I got nothing. You're always chill. On the surface, maybe. The breast crab. Alright, well, Omni's got absolutely crushed. But I didn't include the first little bits of it, so we'll just let that one go. We'll call it a draw. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen anyone say amaranth is their favorite food. Then I guess I haven't heard it with kale either, so. Of the Stardew crops, what's your favorite to eat IRL? How about that one? So everyone in chat, what's your favorite IRL food that is also a crop in Stardew? Have you ever seen amaranth? I think it's real. I think it's like purple lettuce. Oh no, red cabbages. I guess teaching is so hard a job to do for respect for teachers all around the world. Yeah, teaching is a lot sometimes. But it is just a job. It's just a very hard job sometimes.
Oh, it's a person.
Hey, Autumn May Zhao. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Potato? Potato's your favorite food? Interesting. Of the Stardew crops. You know strawberries are on that list, right? It's gonna be hard for me to pick anything but strawberries. Poppies? Do you eat poppies? I'm not judging, but... Hey Melissa, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. You can make so many things with potatoes. If the question was, like, if you can only have one food for the rest of your life... No, I don't want to pull a Martian. Oh, I should listen to that book again. That's such a good book. I'm re-listening to a whole bunch of books right now. Right now I'm re-listening to World War Z. I'm not liking it as much the second time. I forgot how depressing some of that book is. Like, I like it, I do. But, like, I was just very surprised but how many scenes I got to, and I was like, oh, I might want to skip this. I don't want to listen to this again, it was so sad. Hops is your boyfriend's favorite word. It's a cool word. I was here earlier, but I had to leave. Can you harvest 20 strawberries from every plant? Actually, I don't know, Piano. Probably not, right? Like, how much luck would you need for that? Or does it only ever give you one extra for strawberries? Because you can double it with strawberries. Pineapple. Is pineapple even a summer crop? I thought pineapple could only grow on Ginger Island. I think the cakes in this game look very delicious. Yeah, they kind of do. I can't have chocolate, but I've never really wanted a melon cake before. But like Stardew makes it look pretty good. An enemy, specifically Shadow Shamans. Potatoes are the only crop that doesn't have a limit. Why can't I have chocolate? I'm allergic. No chocolate for me. It's okay though. I've had 25 years to come to terms with that reality. That's so tragic. I've always found it funny because the responses to me not being able to have chocolate are like very gendered, if that makes sense. It's like with guys, they're like, oh, that kind of sucks. And then with girls, it's like, oh my gosh, how do you live? Are you okay? I've always found that very funny to me. I won't say that's like universally the case. I've definitely had girls who like don't care, and then guys who also say like, how do you live? But I found that like that's very commonly how people usually respond to finding out about that. I think it's been good for me. I've probably saved quite a few. I never had cavities when I was younger, and I think that was part of the reason. Chocolate is basically another need, like air or water for me. Luckily not for me. Although apparently I really liked it when I was a child. I was not allergic until I was 3 years old. Which, I don't know how the human body works. It's so weird sometimes. But I used to eat it like a ton when I was a baby. Enemy is a lava lurk. Ooh, that's cool. Rashes, and the last time it happened, it was hives, rashes, and I also get like swelling in my throat, like pretty badly. I'm very lucky the last time it happened I didn't have to go to the hospital. I probably should have, honestly, but we were at a baseball game. Babies have to eat really, really healthy in their first years. Oh, it's not a problem, Johnny. Like, I don't crave chocolate or anything. I don't even know what it tastes like, really. I know what it smells like. It smells pretty good. Smelling doesn't hurt me. I have to actually eat it. And I have to eat quite a bit, too. Like I can probably get away with a little bit. I just try not to eat it. I do have red velvet cake occasionally. There's not very much chocolate in that usually. It depends who's making it. It's the Earth's most delicious delicacy. I would disagree with that. There are some very delicious delicacies on Earth. And that's also extremely subjective, right? Oh wait, we need to get down to floor 100 here. Like mayo. Yes, mayo is the Earth's most delicious delicacy. Thank you, Dusk. People find out I'm allergic to peanut butter and they go, oh no, you're missing out. Well, I mean, it tastes like literal poison to you, but peanut butter is pretty good. I don't think it's like the greatest thing of all time or anything, but I have to say, for like breakfast in the morning, it's really nice to have something that's like really easy to get protein from. Worst food allergy for me is having a wheat allergy. Yeah, celiac is really bad. There's just like gluten is used in so many foods. Just Chick-fil-A, I would guess because they cook in peanut oil. Oh, I'm like, why am I not picking it up? Full inventory. Oh, that was pretty far away though. Ugh, I got a hair in my eye. Get out of there. I told you to get. I had a friend that was allergic to gluten and eggs. Oh wow, that is an unfortunate spread of things. That's like half of food. Just missing lactose now. Yeah, I'd be careful about that, Samantha. A lot of restaurants cook with peanut oil, especially like Asian food. I had a friend who had allergies to peanuts and he had to be very careful about stuff like that. I think in general, like, at least America and probably the rest of the world too, has gotten really good about displaying like what they use in their food. At least compared to like when I was young and no one said anything. Did someone say? Did I?
Coconuts. 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 Coconuts.
Someone else must have said it, huh?
Coconuts. Coconuts.
Alright, I'm evacuating this floor. It's not a good floor. Oh, Samantha did in chat. Yeah, Thai places. At least the Thai place near me. I have a a family friend of ours. Oh goodness. Scared the heck out of me. Almost got me killed. Thank you, Dust. Is allergic to peanuts, and we got Thai food, and they had like a special order for people who are allergic to peanuts. I don't know if all places do that though. Where's the Mew Mew? That actually did scare me. Dusky got me. Thank you for giving Sneakers a nice soft pet. Most are good at dictating stuff. Yeah, but it didn't used to be the case that they like had to. I feel like that's a more like last 2 decades sort of thing. Come on. To be fair, 2 decades has been a long time. At least they're not poisonous anymore. Not all of us are pre-Cambrian. Yeah, fair enough. I guess when I was growing up, there was still smoking sections in restaurants, which, I don't know, depending on all your ages, might come as a surprise to all of you. I have pretty clear memories of my parents having to say non-smoking when we came into restaurants. When the law came out that like banned them entirely, I think they were pretty much already being phased out, which kind of shows you how laws tend to happen. Like, I'm pretty sure when that law actually happened, most restaurants around me already banned cigarettes entirely. I remember it being a pretty big deal overall, though. I also grew up in a pretty, I don't know. Our neighbors are big cigar smokers, and that might be why it seemed like a bigger deal to me than other people. What did I do? They let people smoke on planes. Isn't that crazy? I cannot believe that was true. Oh, good night, Gender. I'm so sorry. Good night. There's a lot of chat going on, which is awesome, but sometimes I miss things. And Barloni, good night as well. Have yourself a wonderful evening. We're not allowed to tell my mom that when I was 7, we had to sit in a smoking section. Nothing else was available. I think I did that at one point too. Like, the information was there, but it's like still like, I'm pretty sure most people just accepted that smoking was a thing, even when I was young, like in the 90s, early 2000s. It's just like, yeah, people smoke around you sometimes, you have to get used to it. And now it's like pretty much all gone. Like, it's really cool that unless you want to be subjected to smoke, like, you have to go out of your way for it to happen now. How to quit smoking. I'm unwilling to finish uni works at this point. I want to nap. Send energy, please. Honestly, Melissa, when's it due? Because sometimes a nap is what you need. I don't know, like, your timetable or anything, but sometimes it's good to just take a break from the work if it's causing you that much stress. Sometimes you can't. It's actually a big part of uni. It's like, just like straight up, sometimes you cannot stop, but if you can, then it might be worth it to do so. Hey. Oh no. Kai? Is it Kai or Kawaii? It's not Kawaii, right? Because that's spelled differently. If it's Kai or Kawaii, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Still popular in casinos? Oh, absolutely, yes. There's a few casinos here in Michigan that I've been to, and yes, there is. The smoke hangs heavy in the air. This is gonna be me this week. Wait, Melissa, you can plan ahead. If you know it's gonna be bad this week, then okay. I can't be honest. I would do the same thing, Melissa. I can't even say that with a straight face. Fellow Michigander, yes, yep. The great state of Michigan. I'm very excited for Yumicon this weekend. A lot of monster floors. That's the way I like them. I have lived in Michigan my entire life. And I love it here. I don't want to leave. I've thought about leaving and I just like... I don't know, just everywhere else feels like it has worse weather. Besides like San Diego, and I can't afford to live in San Diego. Whatever you do, don't drink 3 5-hour energies in a row. It's good advice, but it seems so unneeded. We have decent weather here in Texas and no state tax income. I wouldn't mind like moving to like Austin or Houston, but I've also never lived in those places or like never even visited those places before, so I've got no idea what to expect. But I know quite a few cool people that live in those areas, so I expect that they are nice at least. Don't you get a lot of storms there though? I don't know. The only place I've been that's like close is like Louisiana area, and it storms there like every night. I don't know if that's true in Texas though, which is it's just a lot. I'm going to college out east, specifically how similar it is to Mitten. That's awesome though. You going to college soon? You already applied and everything, or accepted? We can keep these. I teach seniors in high school, and right now they're dealing with their applications, essays, and everything. High school senior, yourself? Yeah, so you haven't gotten, so you're still, you got your letters out and everything, and you're ready to go? SAT scores in. That's my 3rd white turban today. You're committed to... Oh, you're committed to playing a sport, so a very early decision. Oh, that's awesome. Do you mind telling what sport? I'm curious. Sorry, I'm trying to get everything away here, which I'm definitely not going to be able to do. I'm passed out, right? Oh, I got so close to getting rid of everything. Well, sorry. Been playing since elementary school. Oh, field hockey. Oh, that's so cool. I love it when people play like interesting sports that I haven't heard about before. Like, I know a little bit about field hockey, mostly from the Olympics. Don't they call it something slightly different in the Olympics? Or am I thinking of a different sport entirely? Quit watching. What would happen if the game updated every item that can be stacked? What would you do? Oh, jeez. No, I'm not thinking of Lacrosse Dusk. I'm pretty sure that the Olympics has field hockey. Maybe I'm thinking of something different. Maybe I'm thinking of like indoor hockey. But I think that is field hockey. It's like hockey not on ice or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong. Every item can be stacked. I'd probably just say no to hats and then continue along as normal. Add a few more items. Yeah, exactly, Samantha. It kind of already happened. 999 living hats would not be possible. Just like straight up, that's not possible to achieve in a human lifespan. Doesn't matter how much you play. It's played like soccer with some hockey influence. It's not hockey, but on a field, right? I know it's got different rules. Is it not at the Olympics? I thought it was. I recall like watching it on... I am not a quitter. I am not a quitter. Spark is free! Welcome in, Spark. Glad to hear that you're freed up. It's a non-contact sport. Oh yeah, I believe it. I think diamonds are probably gonna win, Johnny. I don't know why, but I just have a feeling. Okay, yes, it is in the Olympics. Ha! I'm right. Omnis for sure. Omnis could never financially recover from this. Also, everyone, we finished Skull Cavern Invasion. Woo! We get a new quest today. I think we've had 2 Skull Cavern invasions in a row. Could we get a third? Who knows? He knows it's diamonds, so he's rigging it. How many diamonds are we gonna get? If only we knew the exact number. At least 3? That's a pretty good guess, Dusk, but I feel like you could probably be a little more accurate than that. 520-ish. Ooh, you all don't remember the exact number, huh? Slime, please. 69,420. I mean, technically speaking, I don't think Skull Cavern Invasion is technically required, although it is very helpful. You need either Skull Cavern Invasion or the Dangerous Mines, the one time at least. But I don't think Invasion's technically required. It's very useful, though. Yes, Extended Family is the other one. I don't think anything else is required, no. I need Q gems, but how I get those is technically irrelevant. Oops, I just walked right by those. Still walking by them. 524? I actually don't remember either. I thought it was 523, but I might be wrong about that. We'll see. I was here for the last buy. Q beans for the wine/jam. $5.24 was a shot in the dark. Well, let's find out. 19. Oh, it's more than that. 28. 5.28. Will the shot break into the light? Stop being so poetic. Alright, let's trash these. I mean, not literally, but figuratively trash. Alright, y'all. Let's do a gamba. Because I have to take a little break here, but I'm not remiss as to leave you alone without a little bit of play here. So either we're going to have Skull, or rather Call Kevin, or to call Kevin or to not call Kevin. That is the answer. All right. So we're going to take a little bit of a break. I'll see you all in just a little bit. You're not late, Chasey. I am. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you're doing well today. And, oh my god, we actually got it! Believers! Believers! Look at what you've done! Call Kevin Invasion. It actually happened. I cannot. I literally can't believe it. Thank you, Jess, for believing. Oh, we have to go to the desert. Oh man, there's a lot to do now. I bet my house on it. Yeah, it was interesting. I'm surprised it was even, given the low possibility of it happening. It's like a 1 in 10 chance, right? No, it's not that low, because there's 2 of them. 2 out of 12. It's a 1 in 6 chance, I think. Where did you come from? Worse odds than Omni's, and yet, and yet. I gotta do some push-ups? Why is that? I don't think anyone, it doesn't show me anyone summoning the push-ups. I don't have any friends named Kevin. Not really, at least. Yeah, I can't think of anyone named Kevin that's my friend, so I guess I don't. Oh, we have to do some push-ups now, huh? Alright, let me gather these things. Fine. Push down instead. Yeah, I'll just push the earth down. That will definitely save me some effort in the long run. I mean, technically speaking, equal and opposite forces mean I am pushing the earth. Well, no, I'm not. The earth's not the thing accelerating. It's me! I'm the thing accelerating. I want 10 sit-downs instead. I sit down a lot. I'm pretty good at it. Maybe I should make that an option. 10 sit-downs. He's the problem? Who's the problem? I'm confused. Are you talking about push-up, sit-up, squat thrust? That's a 10-minute cooldown, Johnny. Not a 1-minute cooldown. Alright, let's go ahead and get this ready here. It's a T-Swift reference. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't pick it up. Is it a recent T-Swift? Because I have not listened to her new album. I've heard it's pretty good. According to the top 10 charts, it's a top 10 album. Can you point a little further down there? Oh, you can see my desk. Okay, there we go. All right, let's get our stretches in here, so we don't hurt ourselves. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take that, anti-hell. That's what you get when you let your heart win. Too far up? Perfect. Hardest golden walnut in your opinion? Probably the Simon Says game. It's several walnuts, but I think it still fits. I hate the banana one. I mean, the banana one's fine. You just require a banana. There's a few different ways you can get a banana. Really? You think the banana one's the most annoying? I don't know about that one. You just plant a banana sapling and you're good. But I don't have banana. But you can get banana. That is not the only way. You can get one from a blue discus fish pond. They drop bananas pretty regularly. But you fish pond. Yeah, time slightly pauses when harvesting. It's just like the instant you're harvesting. It does save time. It definitely lets you plant or harvest a lot more than you normally be able to in a day. This guy and his fish ponds. Would you believe I enjoy fish ponds? As it turns out, I have a certain affection for fish ponds. Sorry you had to find out this way. About to hit a sack of sap? Oh, where are we at? Oh, we're still 10 away. No, stream's not going to go for that much longer. Can you all get a stack of sap in that time period? I can't talk, but you know, whatever. Sapphire, welcome in, Sapphire. Sapphire Fire, how you doing today? Bet you watched Blade's video. Yes, I did see Blade's video. I saw him do that live. Well, sort of. I saw part of that run live. When I was watching, he didn't finish it, though. Hey, Emerald, welcome in. It's weird to see you not in green. How are you doing today? Remove the redeem right after we hit it? No, I'm not going to do that, Cat. We have to get to 69,420 for Chunky's sake. Sap was never about getting to 999. It's just about eating sap. Sap minus. You guys can fight over it. Good, I needed to change. Trying to make a change, yep. I like it. I like the pink a lot. Is there any other command that has a counter? Yeah, most of them do, Chasey. Most of my commands have counters because it's a very lazy way to increase chat engagement. I mean, because people really like them. I'm doing well, Emerald. I hope you're doing good too. If I'm being honest, it's because people wanted those commands. I didn't do it like because of that or anything. Just like straight up people wanted those commands, so I made them. We get negative saps. Well, I mean, every sap is a negative sap. I'm still early, Sag. What's the matter, Johnny? Oh, for the sapping? Oh, you got it. Only 8 away. Just got off work. I've been lurking for an hour or so. Ooh. How was work? Either way, glad that you are free of the binds of work. It's a 100-second cooldown. You certain of that? I didn't know it was that much. That makes sense, though. It's amazing all these things that I forget I did. Maybe it is a 99-second cooldown, Chasey. I actually don't know. Alright. I can check really fast here because I'm curious. Alright, it is Nightbot commands, sap. Ooh. It is now a 99-second cooldown. Have fun. Oh my gosh! Who is that? Is that Scott? What's going on, Scott? Welcome in, and thank you so much for gifting 5 subs to the community just in time for sapping. I hope you're doing well today, Scott. Thank you so much. Oh, that's really nice of you. And to free cookies, Collie, caught you lurking, Cherry Longlegs, Emerald, and Witch. Congratulations on your gift subs. Welcome to the stack. Enjoy your emotes, your sub badges, and your ad-free viewing. Welcome to the stack, y'all, and Scott, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs to the community. That's really awesome. Remember to enjoy your new emotes. We have many very interesting emotes here. Yeah, everyone's fighting over the sap. It's very funny to me. I was like, what? Why is it already gone from my feed? It's because everyone's typing sap. Wait, did I actually miss a spot, Dusk? Where did I miss a spot? I don't see it. I'm gonna come back down for that one. Yeah, congratulations, Witch. I have a 99-second timer. Well, better be quick on it. Hey, Courtney, welcome in. Or are you just showing off the emotes? Work was great. I accidentally left tips at work. Oh no. Are you allowed to get those back? Are they like in your locker or something at least? Oh.
Coconuts, 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 coconuts.
Thank you so much, Scott. That's really awesome of you to do that. How you been, by the way? I feel like we haven't talked in a while. Oh, Scott, by the way, there's definitely something you probably already know about, but I want to let you know that I've been watching it. There's this guy called... Oh no, what's his name? Stunted or something? No, that's not right. He does RuneScape videos, and he's doing this challenge that he has to unlock every tile he uses in RuneScape, and I've been really enjoying that so far. Life's been good, bro. I might be getting a senior scientist job at the new company. That's awesome, Scott. Settled, that's his name. Yes. It just popped up on my recommended. I'm like, oh, that is right up my alley. He does a really good job explaining like the RuneScape stuff for someone like me who doesn't know much about RuneScape. Yeah, not Stunted. Sorry, its name is Settled. I said Stunted because I saw your name, Stunted Wolf. Like, I know very little about RuneScape. I know enough because I played it like once or twice, but it's really cool to see like that challenge run. Hey, Jaded Goo, excuse me. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're doing well today. He goes outside the box. Yeah, definitely. Oh, in this case, he actually stays inside the boxes. You kind of get caught for spamming, Stunted Wolf, if you do it too fast. You guys are really upping my chat engagement. Keep it up. Stunted got it. Oh, man. I don't know if it's fair to do it that much. Oh, you like your emotes? Which? That's awesome. I'm glad you like them. Your Ginger Island farm is insane. I've been playing a little bit, Jaded. This is year 30 in the farm. So I definitely have some experience, I suppose. But yeah, I'm really glad you like it. I try to go for looks, but function is more important right now because we're doing a challenge. Eventually, we'll make this farm look really pretty, though. As soon as the challenge is close to completion. I said eventually, that's still going to be like 2 years IRL. 40 seconds. Stunted Wolf, at least wait to spam sap until we're close to the time. It's 99 seconds. I've already said that. Eventually, Nightbot's going to be pretty upset with you if you keep spamming that word. Right in the tip cup. Ah. Oh, that's so nice of your manager to do that. It's really nice when you actually have, like, a manager that looks out for you at work. I've had a few jobs where it's like I've had both. I've had managers that like don't care about me at all, and managers who do really care, and it makes such a big difference. It's never every manager though. There's always some that don't care about you. Master of Bioinformatics. Yeah, your boss quit. I remember about that. That's such a horrible thing that happened. I can't believe that that happened to you. I feel so bad about that, Scott. Don't ask me about black holes. Stream's gonna end soon. I don't have time to talk about black holes. Have you reached 999 wine? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Here, we got some time here. Whoop. Watch out, Leah. Here. This is my wine and juice. So I have all of them done. There's some in here too. Except for Fiddlehead juice, because Fiddleheads take so long to get a lot of. I'm gonna drop alert. I'm gonna look into starting up my content too. Have a nice night. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Scott. It's so awesome of you. Oh, I didn't give you a shout out. My gosh, let me do that really quickly here. Unbranded wine and pickles. Oh, I can check that really quickly while we're giving a shout out really fast. You can look in here. Not great places though. Okay. Whoops. So, my friend Scott, Smushy Cows, streams here on Twitch and streams Pokemon Unite and some other fun games. Lots of strategy games and things like that. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, you should give Scott a follow. He's a cool dude. Good friends, IRL. Alright. Oh, Piano asked... Oh, we were just looking at that. Let's see. We're at 50 jelly. We're at 29 pickles, and we're at 22 juice. It's amazing that jelly popped ahead that far. I think we got a few strings of 5. Yeah. According to the math, there is unbranded wine, but it's done. It comes from the Statues of Endless Fortune. I think Harvey's birthday gives you unbranded wine. Be nice if there was more of those, but yeah, so no need to worry about those. No point to even buying it. Yeah, according to my spreadsheet, it's going to take till year like 700 with all cart checks to finish those 3, but we'll see. I have got more time than that. I'll just have to go to the traveling cart a lot. This is the problem. I'll probably set up my mini obelisk to take me right down there, so it'll be quick. Yeah, Harvey does love unbranded pickles too. It's unfortunate that that's not the thing that's given to you. Whoops, come here. Give me my coconuts. We're about 3 minutes away. Yes, we are. What number are we at? I didn't even catch it. get 4 more statues of Endless Fortune here and go put them down. Ah! The spamming pays off again. We're at 98. Oh man. We're gonna hit it. Alright, let's go ahead. I guess there's no real point to going to Skull Cavern tonight. It's like just a few minutes, right? Y'all can fight for 100. No. Wolf, I actually can ban you, and more importantly, Nightbot can. If you spam too many times in a short period of time, Nightbot can time you out without me doing anything, so you might want to be careful about that. It'd be very fun if you got timed out right before it. Yeah. Oh, who's gonna get it? Witch! Witch with the snag! Not even spamming it! Good job, Witch! Deserved. Based and deserved. Let me go ahead and copy that. And go ahead and post it in general there. So everyone can see we've got our stack of sap. And to celebrate this momentous occasion, let's go ahead and eat a sap. A single sap. This is the last time I'll ever eat sap for content. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Alright. I think that was a pretty fun way to end stream. Oh, we have an extra thing here. We got lots of sap. Maybe I should try to get 999 stacks of sap. That sounds horrifying. I feel so powerful. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and end it there today. Unfortunately, I will not be streaming for the remainder of the week. I got lots going on this week, but we should be back on Sunday for the community farm, and then next Tuesday, a week from today, to do our... What's the word I'm looking for? To do our stacking again. Back to the 999 challenge. Based on my notifications, I'm willing to bet there's a few people hanging out today, so let me go ahead and see who we can send this love on over to, this lovely group of individuals over to. Let's see here. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. The choices. This looks like a pretty good time. Oh no! No! You can't do that to me! They just stopped. Okay, well. Good thing I didn't say where we were going. Alright, this should be pretty fun. We're gonna head on over to Berry Patches. Barry's awesome and is currently doing some speedruns, which is awesome. Doing some Underwear Soup Percent, which if you don't know, Underwear Soup is where you try to collect the shorts for Mayor Lewis and then put them in the soup, and time ends when you get to do that. It's a pretty interesting speedrun, to say the least. But let's go ahead and put up our ending screen here. And we'll send all the love over to Berry Patches real quick. Yeah, Berry Patches is an awesome streamer. Does lots of fun Stardew Valley stuff. And I'm sure you'll have a great time over there. Thank you, Jess. Alright, see you later, Witch. Congrats on your sub and getting the 999 sap. Johnny, it's great to see you. We need to set up a raid message on the command. That'd be very nice. Yeah, we don't have one. I believe it shows something like this. Something like that. So go ahead and copy that, or either of them, I guess. See you later, Peyton. See you, Emerald. Oh, what? We already left? What? Sure.
Hello, Al. Oh my goodness. Hello, friends. You came at a great time because I'm just kind of waiting for Pierre's to open. So this is a good time during a speedrun to raid. I appreciate the raid so much. How's it going? How was your stream? I hope it's going well. Can we get a... We did get a shout out for Al. Thank you so much, Evangeline. How's the progress? Any new updates that you'd like to share?